Good day everyone, I'm Jessis M. Galang, PS Criminology 3-1. I will make a video presentation about law enforcement operations and planning with crime mapping. This introduction focuses on planning, specifically why planning is important. As a criminology student and a future police officer, I can say that planning is very important for a specific thing to be successful. If you do the planning, everything is going perfectly. It says here that working without a plan is as foolish as going to the sea without compass. To elaborate this, I'll cite an example. Para kang pupunta sa gera na walang kaplano-plano. The important thing here is that we should also be flexible in our planning, because if one plan does not work, we should change it and work another plan. If we failed on our first attempt, we should not stick with it. Instead, we should try our plan B. For us to move forward, for us to avoid struggles against inevitable results and seemingly insurmountable hurdles, we should have a better plan focused on the small details that can help us. Planning is not a simple thing. We should think carefully because it has a very big impact. Planning as a management function. Management is defined as the use of people and other resources to accomplish objectives. This definition is applicable to all organizational structure, both profit-oriented and non-profit. The process of management it is important to the effective functioning of any organization. Management involves in the creation of an environment in which people can most effectively use other resources to, to each to reach stated goals. Involves the implementation to four basic functions which play a role in the operation of all organizations. Henry Fayol, a French management theorist and practitioner, is credited with identifying these four basic functions of the managerial process: 1. Planning, 2. Organizing, 3. Leading, 4. Controlling. Planning can be defined as the process by which managers set objectives, assess the future, and develop courses of action to accomplish these objectives. All managers are involved in planning activities. Organizing is the process of obtaining and arranging people and physical resources to carry out plans and accomplish organizational objectives. It is a continuing process in any organization. Leading is a critical activity in all organizations. It can be defined as the act of motivating or causing people to perform certain tasks intended to achieve specific objectives. It is the art of making things happen. Controlling can be defined as the continual analysis and measurement of actual operations against the established standards developed during the planning process. Definition of planning. Planning can be defined as the process by which managers set objectives, assess the future, and develop courses of action designed to accomplish objectives. It also includes determining appropriate objectives and the optimum timetable for achieving them. It is a continuous function that directs the organizations through a change-oriented environment in the pursuit of established objectives. It also specifies the actions needed to reach these objectives. Elements of planning. A goal. What do you want to attain? Kung anong gusto mong mangyari o makamit. Course of action. How would you reach your goal? Kung paano makamit yung goal. Implementing group. Who is tasked to do the actions? Kung sino ang naka-assign para gumawa ng actions. Resources needed. What is needed to accomplish? Kung ano ang mga kailangan para mapagtagumpayan. Importance of planning. Careful planning should result in the development of a blueprint describing the means to accomplish objectives. Enumerated are the reasons why planning is considered to be a vital function of every manager. 1. People become more proactive, not just reactive. It is the best to solve a problem before it happens. A plan which put in place, rehearsed, and evaluated would make implementation easier. It would make the police units dynamic and responsive. 2. Doing more with less. PNP resources are always not enough, hence they must be used to the fullest and with maximum impact. In this case, 1 plus 1 should equal 3 or more, or the sum of the parts should be greater than the whole. 3. Foundation of your work. A plan establishes the basis for what you are doing. You will have a quiet guide or a roadmap to help you do the right things. Take, for example, the station patrol plan. It coordinates movements and extends police visibility in crime-prone end periods. 4. Helps make your people become more productive. When people know what you want to do, how you want it done, and what is expected of them, they adapt to their rules and become productive. They will have a mastery of their job. People know their roles and understand their value and contribution in the overall operations. 5. Reflects your competence. Your experience and training will be reflected on the plan you make. It will establish that you have your act together. It will also compel you to sharpen your saw or to read more about delivering quality police service. A good plan is good image builder. 6. Gives a strategic and tactical advantage. A well-formulated and instituted plan allows the commander to make actions and decisions which have long-term impact. At the same time, it prepares the unit for contingencies needing short-term solutions. Dynamism is an essential requirement of any unit. It must be flexible and attuned to the people's will. Skills needed for planning. These skills are needed in planning for us to have an effective and successful plan. 1. Good analytical thinking. 2. Forecasting. 3. Prioritizing. 4. Sound objective setting. 5. Contingency planning and crisis management. 6. Monitoring. 7. Documenting. 8. Flexibility. 9. Interoperability. Steps in planning process. 1. Define the overall purpose or goal. 2. Determine the major components or objectives of the plan. 3. Make sure that your objectives align with the overall purpose. 4. Collect and evaluate the data you will need to determine what it will take to complete each component of the plan. 5. Make sure that the data you collected and evaluated support the overall purpose. 6. Develop a forecast. 7. Make sure that your forecast plans supports the overall purpose. 8. Determine action steps. 9. Make sure that your action steps support the overall purpose. 10. Develop a contingency plan. 11. Implementation your plan. 12. Make sure that your contingency plan supports the overall purpose. 13. Make sure that your implementation supports the overall purpose. 14. Check the progress of your plan frequently. 15. Make sure that your plan implemented that the overall purpose remains in focus. Seems like lots of steps. In reality, you will find that taking a few moments to focus on the plan's overall purpose will save you time over the life of your. The following steps can help us to have an efficient and effective plan. This can help us also to save time in making our plan. That's all. Thank you for watching.